Have you ever felt that modern life is a conspiracy against your peace? That every ping from your phone, every demanding email, every shocking news headline is deliberately designed to hijack your attention and shatter your calm? We spend our lives chasing more and more money, more status, more likes, hoping it will finally bring us peace, only to find ourselves more anxious and fragmented than before. But what if the solution wasn't about adding more, but about remembering one single, timeless truth? A truth so powerful that it was the cornerstone of a philosophy that guided Roman emperors through war and slaves through imprisonment. This is the story of Stoicism, and the one practice that can build a fortress of calm in your mind, no matter what chaos the world throws at you. The practice is called Memento Mori. Before we unlock this secret, let's understand the locksmiths. Stoicism wasn't an abstract academic exercise. It was a practical operating system for life, developed in Athens and later adopted by some of Rome's most powerful figures. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor who ruled the known world from the front lines of war; Seneca, the playwright and advisor to the infamous Nero; Epictetus, a slave who gained his freedom and became a revered teacher. These men faced extremes of power, betrayal, and suffering that most of us can't imagine. And their survival tool wasn't a secret weapon or a divine intervention. It was a trained mind. Their central mission was simple: to distinguish between what they could control and what they could not. Our opinions, your judgments, your actions, these are within your control. Everything else, your reputation, your wealth, your health, the past, the future's not. And Memento Mori is the ultimate tool for mastering this distinction. So, what is Memento Mori? Translated from Latin, it means, remember you must die. Now I know how that sounds, morbid, pessimistic. But for the Stoics, it was the opposite. It was an invigorating, liberating, and focusing principle. They didn't see death as a tragedy to be feared, but as a natural deadline that gives life its meaning and urgency. Seneca wrote, "He suffers more than necessary, who suffers before it is necessary." He meant that we torture ourselves with the fear of future loss, of failure, of death itself. Memento Mori is the practice of confronting that fear head-on, not to be sad, but to be jolted awake into the present moment. It's the ultimate antidote to taking your life for granted. The first and most powerful shift Memento Mori creates is from debilitating anxiety to focused urgency. Most of our anxiety stems from a vague, unexamined feeling that we have all the time in the world, which leads us to procrastinate on what's important, while simultaneously worrying about things that don't matter. Memento Mori shatters this illusion. It's the cold water that wakes you up. Remember the Roman general and his triumph? That servant whispering, "Remember you are a man," wasn't trying to bring him down. He was grounding him. He was saying, this glory, this applause, it is fleeting. You are mortal. Focus on your virtue, not your parade. In our lives, the parade is our ego, our distractions, our endless scrolling. So how do we apply this? Actionable step 1, the 5-year filter. Anytime you feel stress or anxiety, pause and run it through this filter. Will this matter in 5 years? The rude email? The minor mistake? The long line at the coffee shop? The filter vaporizes the trivial. Actionable step 2, the today reframe. Each morning state this clearly: I am alive today. This day is a gift, not a guarantee. Therefore, I will not waste it on resentment, pettiness, or fear. I will do the one thing I've been putting off. This isn't about pressure, it's about purpose. The second shift is from a mindset of complaint to one of profound gratitude. It is neurologically impossible to take your life for granted when you are acutely aware of its temporary nature. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus, born a slave, advised us to kiss our children and loved ones goodnight, while remembering they are mortal. It sounds harsh, but his point was profound. By remembering they could be taken from us, we never fail to appreciate them while they are here. The boring commute becomes time for reflection. The chore of making dinner becomes an act of providing for a family you adore. The frustration of a traffic jam becomes a few minutes of unexpected solitude. This is what Seneca meant when he said, "He who has learned to die has unlearned how to be a slave. He is freed from the slavery of I deserve better and enters the freedom of I am grateful for what I have." Actionable step 1, the gratitude reframe. As we discussed, turn every complaint into a statement of privilege. I have to becomes I get to. Actionable step 2, the negative visualization. This is the advanced Stoic practice. Spend 60 seconds each day imagining you lost something you value, your job, your health, a loved one. Then open your eyes. Feel the visceral rush of relief and appreciation for what you still have. This practice hardwires gratitude into your brain. The final shift is from fragile ego to grounded humility. So much of our stress is performative. We are stressed about our reputation, about what others think of us, about maintaining a certain image. We get offended easily. We hold grudges. Why? Because the ego feels threatened. Memento Mori is the ultimate ego annihilator. You and the person who offended you, you and the billionaire you envy, you and the emperor on his throne, you all share the same fundamental fate, Marcus Aurelius wrote to himself. Alexander the Great and his mule driver both died, and the same thing happened to both. This isn't depressing. It's the most liberating idea in the world. It means you are free to stop performing, stop comparing, and start living according to your own principles. Actionable step, the evening review. Each night, ask yourself Marcus Aurelius's question. If today were my last, would I be proud of how I lived? Not what you acquired, but how you acted. Were you just? Were you courageous? Were you kind? Did you let your ego dictate your actions or your character? This daily audit ensures your life aligns with your values, not your vanity. These 3 shifts are not separate. They are a synergistic system. Remembering death creates urgency, which forces you to focus on what matters, which naturally leads to gratitude for the chance to do so, which in turn dissolves the ego that would otherwise distract you. This is the path to the unshakable calm the Stoics promised. It's not a calm of numbness or escape, it's the calm of a deeply anchored ship in a storm. The waves still hit, the wind still howls, but you are not capsized. Hold your course. This is not a philosophy to be heard once and forgotten. It is a practice to be lived. If you're ready to build this unshakable mind, your journey starts now. Subscribe to the channel, because each week we break down another powerful mental model like this. And I have a challenge for you. In the comments, I want you to publicly commit to one of these practices for the next 7 days. Will it be the 5-year filter, the gratitude reframe, or the evening review? Tell us which one and why. Your commitment is the first step toward making this wisdom a part of your life. Thank you.